Kyle Kuzma of the Los Angeles Lakers had his two best games of the season thus far, as he dropped 22 as the Lakers defeated the Mavs on Friday night, and then he turned around and dropped 36 points without the services of either LeBron James or Anthony Davis, who were both out. LeBron out for flu and Anthony Davis out with the back contusion. Kyle Kuzma dropped a season-high 36 against the Oklahoma City Thunder as the Lakers got the big-time dub short-handedly. Yeah, so Kuzma has his two best games of the season, and in regards to the trade speculation around Kuzma's name, the question that you want answered is, should the Los Angeles Lakers still consider trading Kyle Kuzma? We got about 2.5, 3 weeks to the NBA trade deadline, the 2020 edition. Let me give you as quick and honest an answer I got. As a Lakers fan, would it be nice to get another ball handler in the mix to take a little bit of the pressure off LeBron James? Yes. Would it be nice to get another defender in the mix that can flat-foot guard a Kawhi Leonard, a Paul George, a James Harden in the playoffs, so you're not looking around at Kentavious Caldwell Pope or LeBron James to do that job? Yes, it would be nice. Would it be nice to get more shooting in that Lakers lineup? It would be nice. But here's the reality of the situation. This is one of the weaker NBA trade deadlines in quite some time. The market just isn't great. And when you look at Kyle Kuzma's deal, him specifically, he's on a rookie deal, and he's not even on a lottery pick deal. When you look at his contract specifically, there's just simply no one out there that's going to make sense for the Lakers to bring in, unless the Kings are willing to give up on Bogdanovic right now, which we've heard talks about those two teams potentially swapping out those guys, but nothing seems firm. Unless the Kings are willing to do that, unless the New York Knicks are willing to give up Marcus Morris, and then the Lakers would have to take on a lot of money. Remember, they have to worry about signing Anthony Davis this summer, in which he can command over $200 million in free agency. Unless those deals are out there, the market is just too thin. Has Kyle Kuzma earned a spot on the trading block? Absolutely he has. Number one, he hasn't played the greatest outside of this weekend. He hasn't looked the greatest in regards to physical condition. He came into the season unhealthy. He was battling injuries. He's missed a lot of time. And to top all that off, his trainer is out here trying to say one of the best players of all time is dodging the smoke from Kawhi Leonard. Now, I know that's not Kyle Kuzma saying that, but many would assume that Kyle Kuzma's trainer shares the same thoughts as his client, Kyle Kuzma. So with all that being said, yes, he deserves to be on the trade block. He's been the only noise, which has pretty much been a quiet season around LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, and that's rare. LeBron usually has some rumors speculating around his name around this time of the year. The Los Angeles Lakers as a franchise, even through the Kobe and Shaq era, they've usually had speculation and rumors and coaching and all that around this time of the year. But the Lakers are number one in the Western Conference, the second best record in the league right now. Outside of losing a couple games to the Clippers and one game to the Bucks, they've had no real problems this year. It's just about getting to the finish line healthy for them. Yeah, I think Kyle Kuzma is the guy that you want to consider trading, but I just don't think the deal is out there. So I do believe at the deadline, Kyle Kuzma will remain a Los Angeles Lakers. I hear that the Lakers are listening to offers for Kuzma, Cousins, and Quinn Cook. I think you should listen for offers for Kyle Kuzma. I just don't think there's enough out there. I would be hesitant about the DeMarcus Cousins and Quinn Cook, though, for two reasons. With DeMarcus Cousins, if you watch Laker basketball games, go look at LeBron James. Look at the first guy he goes to on the bench. Look where LeBron seats himself on the bench. He's always had a habit of sitting at the end of the bench. But because of DeMarcus Cousins' torn ACL, LeBron and Cousins, that seems to be LeBron's closest teammate. Seems like LeBron and Rondo's relationship has kind of went south. But if you look at that Laker bench, LeBron shares the most conversations with DeMarcus Cousins. A little bit of an age gap between him and AD and some of the other Lakers. If you look at that team, LeBron looks closest with DeMarcus Cousins. If you look at Quinn Cook, a backup guard for the Lakers. He's not getting a lot of clock right now. He's fell out of that rotation that he was in to start the season before Rondo got healthy. But if you look, every time out, for good or for bad, look at the first guy who's up off that Lakers bench. Look who's the guy who's got handshakes with everyone on your team. I'm not saying Quinn Cook's untradeable. That'd be ridiculous of me to say. But I do think it's worth noting. A lot of times teams don't go out and trade their star at the deadline. They trade some of these glue pieces, and we sometimes forget that these are human beings that have real friendships, real bonds. All I'm saying is I don't know if I would trade a DeMarcus Cousins or a Quinn Cook right now with the chemistry that this team is built up to be number one in the Western Conference. Their problems seem more focused on one team in the Western Conference, which is guarding Kawhi Leonard and Paul George come postseason time. I think more or less the Lakers need to find a way to convince the Grizzlies to release Andre Iguodala. And I think that would solve more of their problems if you can get a guy in Iguodala on that roster. Maybe release Norvell. That's more or less what the Lakers need. A guy he's really one of the only premier defender 3-and-D guys available at the deadline. Other than that, in regards to Kyle Kuzma, I think the Lakers are going to look to trade him. But there's just not a lot out there for him this time around. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.